Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome newcomers. I hope you guys enjoy the channel, the tutorials, and become part of this journey with me, with us, one big family. If you have not subscribed yet, I ask you please to do so to help out the channel, and also give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important for us creators. My threads are Portugal brands. I am in Europe. These are 4-ply, similar to Aunt Lydia number 3, a little bit thinner. My colors go by number and not by name. Example, like this green, color number 23, color number 30, and color number 40. Now I get questioned a lot, or receive a lot of emails asking about my threads. I do ship it out. They're $12 a ball. They're 100 grams, equivalent to 325 yards. This is a minimum order of 6 in order to cover the shipping cost, because that's just horrendous how the shipping cost is out here. I make nothing out of it, gain nothing out of it. It's more for you guys to enjoy these beautiful colors, because a lot of you love the mixed colors, especially that I do get them out here, which I can't find any around now. But anyway, so, you know, like in the pinks or in the blues, or I'm trying to find other ones, into the brown and Tiffany blue. Anyway, there's all kinds. So if you want to order, you can always go through my email. It's below in the description box. I also like to mention I do have a Facebook crochet group, private group, because a lot of scammers out there with the cuts and bits links. You should not open those links no matter which group you're in. They're fraud. And you must have a profile pic in order to be a member in my crochet group, because we don't want scammers in. So I also do have a crochet page you can follow. You can always get a hold of me through there, or through Instagram or TikTok. All of the links are below in the description box. Very easy, just click and join. So, and for the most part I use 2.7 hooks, sometimes a 3, depending upon the project that I'm using. Of course, we always need a small one to tuck in loose ends, and a pair of scissors. Thank you so much, everybody, for your kind words and your suggestions, your opinions, and your requests. I try to fill everybody's requests as much as I can. If you do have questions and I'm delayed answering, it's because of my time zone is different. But I do answer to everybody. God bless all of you, and enjoy the tutorial. Okay, everyone, so we'll be working on this beautiful rug. I absolutely love it. This creation is by one of my favorite girls, as a lot of you know, Lucivania Crochet, which I'll leave below in the description box. And this is a beautiful rug. It's for a bathroom sink, which they have like salmon tiles and tan color, off-white. So I try to combine these colors more or less to be the same way. It's kind of hard to put it here on my table, but trying to show you more or less. I just finished doing the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's a very nice size. You can use macrame thread for create these rugs. It's absolutely stunning. I have created with 6-ply. These are 1 kilo cones, which is very thick. And I used a hook 4.0. Okay. I also just took the measurement. It's 97 centimeters long by 57 wide. And I explained to you as you go if you want to go bigger on the rug or smaller on the rug. Okay. It's quite big on my table. So, but yes, I absolutely loved it. Thank you so much, Lucivania. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If you have not subscribed, please do so and give a thumbs up on the video. It's gratefully appreciated. God bless you all. Thank you so much for your beautiful comments and your support. And of course, your blessing. It's, you know, you guys are just amazing. God bless you 10,000 times more back. And let me know what you think of this beautiful creation. Okay, so thank you so much. Enjoy the tutorial, everybody. God bless you. Okay, you guys, so I've done 63 chain stitch. I am using a 4.5 hook because these are 6-ply threads, which I get them at $1 a cone, and these are perfect for rugs. Okay, now if you want to go bigger, as a bigger rug, you can increase by 8 chain. You want to go a little bit smaller, you can do 55 or continue to decrease by 8 chain. So I've done 63. I think this should be a good size. And I'm going to go into the 7th chain. One, and by the way, when you do your chain stitch, use a hook size bigger if you can't loosen that much, because some people have a very tight tension. This has to be loose or it's going to turn like a U shape. It's going to bend. So use a hook size bigger, or go into the 5 maybe. You could also get a macrame, thick thread in order to do these rugs. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 onto my 7, and I'm going in and I'm going right in the center, grabbing those 2 loops that we have up top, as you can see here. Yeah, those 2 loops. That's also important in order for your line to be straight and not bend. Okay, so I just want to count to make sure again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to do groups of 3 double crochet. Now, these groups of 3 double crochet, this is how your increase, let's say you want to increase a little bit bigger, it automatically gives you 2 extra groups of the double crochets. Okay, so we're building groups of 3 double crochet like that. And of course, at the end, we should have the same amount there. 1 chain. I'm going to skip a stitch and I'm coming into the next one and creating again that group of 3 double crochet. I'm so used to with a smaller hook and smaller thread that I guess you guys will probably absolutely love the video, because I have to go slower since I'm a fast crocheter, and sometimes you guys get annoyed with me by going too fast, which I could understand, but what can I say? 1, 2, not 1, 2, 1 chain, skip 1 stitch and into the next one, and create those groups of 3 double crochet into the next one. Now I might even, this is a 4.5, I might even try a 4. See how, this is a 3.5, I think 3.5, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe it's not, it's too small, it will pull my threads out, so I won't do that. Don't know where I put my 4. So I have my 4 here. I'm going to try with my 4 to see if I can tighten up that stitch a little bit, so I don't like it to be too loose. So probably use a 4. Fits perfect. So skip a stitch into the next one. And then continue to create those groups of 3. So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. So I have done a total of 14 groups of 3. Now, you can also do a centerpiece with this by using Aunt Lydia number 3. Would be also a beautiful table centerpiece. I'm on my last one. Did one chain, skipped a stitch, and did my double crochet exactly to have the same thing as we have here at the beginning. Now, usually when we have like this slip stitch knot, for the most part, it doesn't look pretty and it becomes too thick to tuck it in. So what I like to do is take that apart and then just pull it, and then I'm going to tuck in this string as I go. Okay, so now we're going to work inside of this double crochet that we just did. I hope I'm not off camera because sometimes I get distracted. Coming inside, I'm not even using the right hook either. Coming inside of that double crochet we completed, I've done a single and stretching a bit one chain. That's my first double crochet. This will be the corners. So I'm going to do 3 double crochets. Of course, there's a lot of strings, so if I don't pull through it properly, the strings will pull. So 3 double crochet, that's included already with that single one chain. When I come back around this way, I'm going to create another group on this side. That will be for this side. This is for the edge. And now I'm going to do a 4 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to turn it and I'm going to come back in order to complete this side of the pattern. Okay, so 1, hiding my thread as I go, 2, and 3. So it's going to be like that. When we come around, we'll do the other 3 here with 4 chain, and we're going to hook it on that first. We did a single and 1 chain. Okay, so 1 chain. I'm coming into the next 1 chain space, creating those groups again. So 1, 2, just tucking in these leftovers, and then I'll cut them, pull it through here like that, and then I'll cut one side advanced a little bit more. Okay, so 1 chain. So we're building those groups of 3 double crochet for this centerpiece. Very simple. And 1 chain space in between them. Okay. Okay, you guys, so I've reached the other corner. I've started doing 1 double crochet, so I'm going to build 3 groups of 3 here, and we're going to do 4 chain in between them. So this still belongs to this side, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Coming in that center, this will be the edge, the group of the edge. 3 double crochets, and then turning, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now sometimes you guys might say, yeah, but I can't find this thickness of thread or something like that. You can use 2 strands of Aunt Lydia number 3. That'll give you the same thickness as I'm using right now. So it's going to be like that. And we'll repeat the same thing at the other edge. That means we're still missing only a group of 3 double crochets because we did start already with 2 groups in there, as you recall. So we have the one for the edge, the one for this side. So when we come around, we still have to build 1 more in there. I'll meet you there. Okay, everyone. So I've done my 3 double crochets inside of that one that was missing, but this time we're going to close it in on that. We did a single and 1 chain, we're going to do a double crochet to close it in, okay? Like that. I forgot to do my one chain. That wasn't too smart, was it? So one chain and doing that double crochet this way. Now we're going to work on the back part of the pattern in order for it to be perfectly rectangular. I'm going to come in. I've turned to the back part, okay? Single. Gotta pull this properly. I don't want no strings hanging there. Stretching my thread a bit, single one chain. Creating those 3 double crochets again. This way. And actually, I'm going to redo that again because I want this to be more straight. Sometimes it is what it is, people. If I don't like something, I'm just going to undo it. So one chain. And instead of grabbing this one here, I'm going to grab that second one so it can become nice and straight. Then turning to the back, single, stretching my thread a bit, and one chain. Now, these become beautiful rugs and beautiful sizes. I guess the downside of it is there's a lot of strings. You have to be careful when you're pulling them because it's easy to pull the string. Okay? And then one chain coming in, doing those 3 double crochet groups again. All the way until the other edge. So we've reached the corner. I've done my one chain, so we'll be doing 2 groups of 3 in this corner because this is still part of the side here, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Coming back in, doing again one more group. So now this is part of the edge. One chain and repeat the same thing. And when we get to the other corner, obviously we have to do the same thing. One, 2, 3, and 4. Again, 3 double crochet, one chain, and continue your groups on this side. Okay, so I'll meet you here at the end. Okay, everyone, so reach the end. I've already done my group. Remember, we have to do that corner where we started. I'm going to do one chain and doing that double crochet again. So I'm going to try to come right on the center of that first chain we did, or the single one chain, and do my double crochet. Now, again, we are going to turn and we're going to come in and do a single, stretching my thread, one chain, continuing to do those 3 double crochets. Obviously, when we come around to this row, we'll complete the other 3 doing the double crochet instead of the slip stitch. Okay, one chain. So this is how we're going to work until we've completed our size that we need. One chain and create that corner again. With the 3 double crochets. 4 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4. Come back in. And create your groups. One chain into the next one. Okay, so all the way around, and then we're going to close the same way as we've been closing with that double crochet. Okay, you guys, so I've completed also this edge here, and of course we're going to continue until we meet to do the other corner here, right? The 3 double crochet, 1 chain, and then the double crochet sideways, right? Then we're going to turn around. We're always working to turn around back and forth. Now, this middle one is the first row. So 1, 2, and 3. We need to have 9 rows. So I'm going to continue on my own to do the 9 rows. You already know how. It's just back and forth to your corners. So counting from the very first one, which is the first one that makes the edge, the 3 double crochets that makes this edge here. 1, 2, 3. I'm still going to complete my 3rd row, but I'm going to continue to do until I have 9 rows, and then I'll come back to you at the end of my 9th row. Okay? Okay, you guys, so I'm coming in with the off-white, and I've turned my pattern to the wrong side of the pattern. To the wrong side from the very first one we started. Okay, we always been flipping back and forth, so I'm going to work this row on the wrong side of the pattern, and this row is only 1 row with this color, and we're going to continue to do as we were doing on this row. That means, so I'm doing the fake double crochet as we call it. And we're going to do that shell exactly the same way. So we're just repeating the row, but with this color instead of that tan color. So, done my double crochet, 1 chain. I'll cut my excess after. And continuing to do those groups of the 3 double crochet. And then I'm cutting my thread after this. And I'm going to come in with an orange color. Okay, so pretty much that's what we're going to do for this row. Grabbing all kinds of threads here. Can't do that. So I'll meet you at the end of my row. So keep your shell where the shells are and all the way around the groups of 3 double crochet. Okay. Okay, everyone. So I've finished my row. I've turned my pattern to the wrong side. Remember, we keep going back and forth. And we're going to work only on the corners. That means I'm going to work on this space here, the shell, and this one here. And we'll be working back and forth on each corner. I'm coming back in with this tan color. I'm going to do the slip stitch knot. So I'm on the wrong side of the pattern, Coming in, I'm going to create that group of 3 double crochets as we've been doing. So single, 2 chain. And then I'm going to come back in, create my 3 double crochets, trying to hide this thread, make things easier for myself. One chain. I'm coming in the center, shell over shell, when we're not used to working with so many threads. Seems like weird a bit, but we get used to it like we did with everything else, right? 4 chain, and again 3 double crochets. One chain, coming back into the next space, and 3 double crochet. So on all 4 corners we'll be working that way. Okay, to clear this thread, get it nice and tucked in. Now we're going to do chain 3, 1, 2, and 3 for double crochet. Okay, we're going to turn around and 1 more for space in between. So I'm coming in, doing my shell here on that first space. Not shell, my 3 double crochets. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, 1 chain. Now I'm going to do my shell. 3 double crochet, 4 chain, and 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming in. One chain, so we're going to do that 1 double crochet right on top of that last double crochet. No, what am I thinking? We have to do the 3 double crochets here. Oh my God, Maggie, get it together. We are going to do the last double crochet on the last one there. I don't know what I was thinking, people. It happens, right? Who says we're perfect? None of us are. 1 chain, and then I'm coming in that corner. And doing my double crochet. Like that. And all 4 corners will be like this, okay? Now, 1, 2, 3 for my double crochet, turn around. We're going to do about 4 rows, I believe, of the back and forth, okay? Coming in that space, doing my group of 3 double crochet, 1 chain, coming into the next space, one chain and my shell, four chain, and 3 more double crochet inside of the same stitch. And then repeat again your group of 3. One chain, coming in doing 2 double crochets on the last one, and then your last double crochet I'm grabbing on that second chain. We did 3 chains to go up, remember? So it doesn't look like a huge hole. And then again 3 chain, or you can do your 4 chain array. 3 is for double crochet and 1 for a space. Turn around and repeat what we've just done. Exactly like this row here. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. So I completed my last row. So we have 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to go into the next corner. Remembering, you must turn the pattern to the back. So we'll be working on the wrong side so we can end up on the right side on the last row. All 4 corners will be exactly the same way as we just completed here. So you can look at your pattern and follow through, or rewind a little bit of the video and follow through. So we're just going to repeat exactly what we just done. So basically we're going to come again on this one here. Create the groups of 3, and we must do exactly the same thing in all 4 corners. So 3 double crochet, 1 chain, and your shell. And then turn around once you've completed this row, back and forth for 4 rows. So I'm going to continue to do my 4 corners, and then I'll come back to you once I've completed. And then I'm coming in with that salmon orange. I know that on camera it never gives justice on my colors because camera does not pick up the actual color, but it's really nice. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end once I have completed all my colors, or in my corners, not colors. Tell you people, I can't concentrate too much when I'm talking. Okay, so I'll meet you once I've completed the 4 corners. Okay, everyone, so pretty much finished my row. If you realize your last row is on the wrong side, so we must work now on the right side of the pattern. And I'm going to come in with this orange. So I'm going to do the slip stitch knot. Now we're going to work, I'm on the long side of my rug. All my 4 corners are complete. I'm going to work the very first one here. we're going to do 3 double crochet groups, and we're going to work down and all the way to the other end. So coming in into that corner, doing my 3 double crochets. So I've done a single, 2 chain. This is getting heavy and big. And coming back in, creating my 3 double crochets, trying to hide a bit of this thread. I will be putting afterwards some material glue in this hidden inside to make sure that it does not come out of place. 1 chain. I'm going to come in the next one. The difference is on this one here. So we're going to do another double crochet. So now we have 2. But this one here, I'm going to do an incomplete. Okay, so I'm not going to close it yet. I'm on the long side of my pattern. And I'm going to close it only on the next one here at the curve. Okay, so I'm at the curve of my pattern. Okay, so I'm going to come in, and now I'm going to close it all together. So basically it's going to be like that with the 3 double crochets. Once we come around and work, then I'll complete the other one there. So now I'm going to do my groups of 3 double crochet. One chain. So only at that curved corner that we do the last one incomplete to close it together. Because if we did close and we did the 1 chain, we'd have a huge gap here. We want to have it the same size. Okay, so I'm going to continue all the way to the other corner. Because it's just groups. Oh my God, I got a tangle of thread here. So I'm going to continue to do these groups. So like that. And it's going to go all the way to the other corner here. So I'll meet you here at the last one, just so we can do together what we did here. Okay? Okay, everyone. So basically getting to that curve again. So I'm going to do an incomplete double crochet exactly how we did on the other side. I'm going to skip these 2, right? Exactly how we have the other side. Coming in and closing my last double crochet together. Doing the 3 double crochets. One chain. Coming in the last one here at the corner, doing the 3 double crochets exactly how we started at the other corner. So all 4 corners will be worked this way. Okay, then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4 for that chain space. We're going to turn around. Coming in, working in that first space. We're working back and forth, okay? In between the 2 corners. Oops, Now this one here, remembering it's an incomplete double crochet, okay? Skipping these two, coming in the next one. And now we close it together. So I can stay like that, okay? Oh my goodness, this is getting heavy and nice and big. Completing my 3 double crochets, 1 chain, don't forget when we get to the other corner, on the very last one, we also have to do an incomplete to jump these 2 and close it in on that one there. But I'll meet you there just to make sure, okay? So okay, everyone, so reaching the corner here again, doing my last double crochet incomplete, coming in, skipping these 2, and closing it. I wanted to cover, I left the string here because I wanted to cover a bit more of the string so that I can cut off the excess. Another thing is, if you don't have material glue, you could always use hot gun glue, transparent glue. I always say transplant. Oh my God. Transparent glue, the white, transparent, not the white. And you can do a little dip inside of that stitch, okay? 1 chain coming in and hooking on that 3rd chain. We did a single and 2 chains, so my stitch is always so tight. Okay. Now we're going to turn around. One, 2, 3. Complete your 2 double crochets inside. So this is the last row on this side. Then we have to do all 4 sides the same way, exactly how we just did them. And we have to do an incomplete here on the last one. And then skipping those 2 groups and closing it in. So basically you'll have all the same measurement of the rug on all sides. So what you do is just rewind the video if you need to, or follow through how you've been doing this. And of course, we're going to complete this all the way to the end. And of course, don't forget you have your incomplete 3rd double crochet here, and then we'll go directly and do your 3 double crochets. Cut your thread, and you must start again on the other corner and do exactly what we did, 12 4 corners. Okay, so nothing to it. Now we're just going to complete the groups. There's no point of keep recording. It's taking too much memory on my mobile. And this is just a repeat. So all you have to do is just rewind the video if you have to. If not, you can follow your pattern on this side and follow through. Okay, so I'm going to continue mine. Okay, it will be 4 rows, so we're not cutting our thread yet. I'll meet you here at the end because we have 1 more row in order for it to be exactly the same size as this one here. I was almost forgetting that part, people. Oh my goodness. Okay, so exactly as we have 4 rows on the corners where the off-white is, we must have the 4 rows here also. All right, so basically this is what it is, but I'll meet you once I've reached the other corner so we can just return and complete the last row together. Okay, because we have one more row to complete here. We have 1, 2, 3. We need the fourth one. All right. Okay, everyone. So I've closed in the last one, the last double crochet. Remember that we have to do the incomplete on this one and close it in here. Now we're going to turn around because we're working the last row on here. This thing is getting big on this side, the last row, because then we have to do again on all other 3 sides the same way. So we're going to do 1 chain only, as if we're doing the double crochets, groups, and 1 chain space. This way you have the correct straight line. So you continue with the 3 double crochets, 1 chain, 3 double crochets, 1 chain. Okay, and then once you get to the end, now we're going to cut our thread and continue to complete another corner. So now we're starting to see the straight line, right? As if we have 1 chain, 1 chain, 1 chain, and continues on. Okay? So once you get to the end here, then you know you have to hook it on the 3rd chain, cut your thread, tuck in your loose ends, and there you have it. And then you start again the same way as we started here. Make sure that you are on the right side of the pattern. So you got to make sure that you turn to the right side of the pattern and restart again the same way as we did. Okay, I'm going to complete all my 4 sides and then come back to you, and we're going to use the off-white again. We're going to do 1 row of the off-white. Okay. Okay, everyone. So I pretty much have done my 4 corners on all 4 sides completed. Okay. Now we're going to use this off-white. And you can put it on the right side of this off-white. Okay, so right side with right side. We're almost there. We're going to do 1 row, just some blocks, little blocks of 3 double crochet. And then cut our thread and come back in with this tan color. So I'm going to start at the corner and do 3 double crochet. We'll complete the shell once we come around to it. So single, 2 chain, so your 3 double crochets, one chain, and then just continue. And at the corners, of course, you'll be doing shell over shell. So that's all there is to it with this row. Once you've completed all the way around, then cut your thread. I'm going to continue mine, and then I'll come back to you once I have completed all my little blocks of 3 double crochet. Okay, everyone, so I finished my row. I'm coming back in with the 10. We're going to be working now to prepare for the edging, and I'm going to do 2 more rows of the little blocks with the shell in the corners. So make sure that you're working out always facing up. So I'm going to come in and do my 3 double crochets at the corner where the shell is, and obviously I'll complete my shell once I come around. So single, 2 chain, and then creating more 2 double crochet. So no different than what we've been doing, just creating those little blocks, 1 chain, and again. So I'm going to complete my 2 rows and of these little blocks with, it's always this color now for the end. And then I'm going to come back to you once I have completed my 2 rows. And there's a lot of threading here, so, and I can't almost see anything because of the camera in my face, so it's kind of hard to get my hook through it. But I'll come back to you once I've completed the 2 rows so we can finalize the edging. So just creating those little blocks, and then of course at the corners your shell with 4 chain. Okay. Okay, everyone. So pretty much finishing my 2nd row. We're just going to close in. Just going to cut some of this thread here. Then with the hot gun glue, I'm just going to put a little bit in there so it's all like really well secured. Okay, so on my last one here, I'm not going to do the 1 chain. I'm just going to come directly. Whoops, can't see anything with the camera in my face, but we got to work with what we have, right? Coming in, and I'm going to do a single, and then I'm coming back in again, the same one, doing a single. We're going to be building loops of 4 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the next one, single, 1 chain, not 1 chain, 4 chain, 2, 3, 4. So used to doing the little groups, right? So this whole row all the way around will be single and 4 chain. Okay, like that, and then I'll meet you at the corner. Okay, everyone. So I'm reaching the corner. All 4 corners would be like this. So 4 chain, come in the shell, single, and then 4 chain again, come back into the shell, single again. So we're going to have a loop here at the shell, and then continue again, 2, 3, 4 chain, and continue with your 4 chain singles, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to repeat this all the way around, remembering that the 4 corners will be like that. Single, 4 chain, in the same loop on the corner, single, and then continue on. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so I'm reaching my last loop. I've done 2 chains. Now we're going to close it in differently. So 2 chain, and I'm going to come in this single, and I'm going to close it with half double crochet. Now I'm going to come back in the same one we just closed with a single. 1, 2, actually No, 1, 2, sorry. My brain sometimes, people. So we've closed it with a single. I'm going to come into the next loop directly, and I'm going to do 6 double crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, that's my single over here with the half. 2, 4, 6 directly into the next loop, single. Now we're going to do 4 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming into the next loop. So now we're going to be having 1 loop in between these shells of 6, coming in directly, and repeating again the 6 double crochets. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, going in directly, and single, chain 4. And then directly 6 double crochets. So I'm going to continue mine, and I'll meet you at the corner. Okay, everyone, so I reached the corner. I'm on the smaller side. So I've done my single. Now on the corner loops, because we are on the corners, we're going to be doing 10 double crochets. On the sides is 6, and only on the corners is going to be 10 double crochets. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oh my goodness, I got thread wrapped all over my feet. It's getting pretty heavy too. The good thing about this thread that it becomes so heavy, obviously, because of the size, I don't have to use a back part to stick on the back so it doesn't slide, because it's thick. It's very thick and it just lays flat. But if you need to get one for whatever threads you're using, if it's a more lightweight, then you need to use a back part in order not to stick on. You could probably get it at your local stores where they homeware or Michael's or online, I don't know, wherever you can find it. 2, 4, 6, 7. We don't want somebody slipping and hurting themselves, right? 8, 9, and 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then continue again as we were doing. Single on the next loop, 4 chain, single. Go directly, do your 6 double crochets. Okay, so I will meet you at the end. We only have one more row to complete, and then we're pretty much done. Okay, so I pretty much reached the end. Remember, we started with that 2 chain, we closed in with half double crochet, so basically that's already our 4 chain loop. So I'm going to just close in here so you guys can have a better understanding. So I've done my 10 double crochets. I'm going to close in here with the slip stitch on this very first chain that we did. We did 2 chain and a half, and I'm doing the walk now with slip stitch until that very first double crochet. This will be the last row. And make sure I pull all of these threads. Okay, so I'm coming in that first double crochet with single, and 2 chain. So started my first double crochet. Now 1, 2, 3 chain. Because this is the first one, I'm going to go on that 3rd chain and I'm going to close it up with single, coming into that 2nd double crochet, 1, 2, 3 chain. Now this time I'm going to close it behind that double crochet. I prefer my picots this way. A lot of you know that I think it looks much nicer. 1, 2, 3 chain behind the double crochet and closing with single. That's all we're going to do all the way around, and then we're pretty much done with this rug, which I think came out beautifully. I want to thank Lucivania Crochet so much for this beautiful rug. It's absolutely stunning. You guys can use whatever colors that is best for the area that you want to use this rug in. This is for my sister-in-law's bathroom. She has this orange and cream and tan color, and she also has green, but she didn't want green on the pattern. Okay, so let me see. Actually, I did a mistake here already, because this is part of the single, not double crochet there. I don't know what I was thinking, people. Sometimes it is what it is. Okay, so here we go again. So this is so we're going to continue with slip stitch because this is the half double crochet, right? Now I'm going to go in that first double crochet. This is the half that we closed in with this here, okay? So you already know what to do. Single, 2 chain, and then 1, 2, 3. Coming on that single, my 2nd chain here. For picot coming into the next one. So the only time we don't do picot is on that very last one. We don't do picot on there. But I'm going to continue then right after I've completed these 6. Then I come back to you again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming in that 2nd one. Picot. And then just continue. 1, 2, 3. Everything keeps just falling out of my hands. It's just heavy and big now. Keep banging into my lighting. How nice, right? Oh, well, it is what it is. Okay, so behind that double crochet, and then continue again. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picots. We don't do picot on the last one. I'm coming in that 4 chain we did with single. And then again coming into that first double crochet, repeating again the 6 double crochets and the picots. 6 double crochets and 5 picots, okay? So simple as that. The corners are the same thing. just repeating what we're doing here now. Well, my dear friends, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial as much as I did, because I think it's such a beautiful piece of art that it's just pleasurable when you create something so nice like this. And, you know, you see it coming as you keep going with the rows. It's absolutely stunning. And colors never do its justice on camera. So I ask of you to please subscribe if you haven't. Help out the channel. That's the least you can do. You know, these things are for free. I will leave all the measurements below in the description box. And please give a thumbs up on the video. And I will see you in the next tutorial. Thank you so much, everybody.